Alright, what's going on, guys? It's me. I know I haven't made a video in a while since I've got my PC. I've decided to give it another chance here. Now that I have the right setup, I can make a really good video. I even got a webcam now. We can get more into some details later at the end of the video. So the video I'm making today, it is a build video that I've been using this weekend in Trials. I had a pretty good weekend. I actually did carries for the first time in a long time. And we are trying out this new build. I cannot take credit for this build. I saw this build while watching Defizzle. If you haven't seen him or heard of him, he's, in my opinion, probably the best PvP hunter in the game. And I was in his chat, and he was playing with chat, doing builds they told him to do, and this popped up, and I was like, that looks really cool. Because I don't know how many of you play Warlock. If you're watching this video, I hope you do. And if you do, you noticed maybe not as much as me, with I think the count's up to 47 now, where if you slide into a rift, or if you go to pop your rift just like doesn't show up. So that's really fun. But this build basically gives you unlimited rifts, even without necessarily running the highest class ability stat. So let's get into it right now. So the build is centered around Boost the Assembler. We'll cover that in a second, but let's first talk about the subclass. I personally have been doing it on Void. Obviously, you can do it on Solar. It's pretty lethal. Some people have been using it with Lumina, but in my opinion, when you start using Lumina, you focus too much on healing your allies instead of actually doing damage to the opposing team. And we all know Void Warlock is pretty peak right now. We're eating really good if you're a Warlock main, because, you know, we can finally get off Solar for the first time. But I've found that this build is a great combatant to Invis Hunter. So let's get on the build, okay? So first off, I've been using the Vortex Nova Bomb. I don't know why. I feel like I get it quicker. It really does a lot of damage. It makes people move positions, and Slova, sometimes it's just, you know, Slova. It's okay. It takes its time, though. People can dodge it easy. This one, if you get someone dead to rights, they're going to be dead. We're going Healing Rift on this because we're trying to heal allies. I will say I did play around a little bit with Emp Rift, because when you boost the Assembler, the Emp Rift will send out Seekers that give bonus damage to you and to allies. And when you're using Moss Anthenor in Emp Rift, you will hit for Adagio numbers without having Adagio procced. So that's really, really helpful. That being said, when you're in Emp Rift, if your Void Soul doesn't deploy and start sucking on them to give you health back, it will be very hard to get heals unless your teammate is also running a heal rift boost to the Assembler. That's just personally what I noticed from it. 1v1s, this could be really good, but if you're ever running into a team that kind of knows what to do, knows how to third party you, like you might be trying to 1v1 but they know how to get an angle and your team isn't really helping, this does not really help you. Healing Rift though will help a lot. Obviously we're using Burst Glide, Pocket Singularity. With this, in my opinion, it depends on this. I played around for a while. Obviously I always got Child on, but I played with Chaos Accelerant, and I also played with Feed the Void because I do like having Devour up. It really helps. Chaos Accelerant, Scatternades, or Axiom is probably the best chance you have, just because, I mean, it's broken. Call a spade a spade. Me personally, I like to have Suppressor Grenade, because then I don't have to worry necessarily about Vorpal weapons at super time as much. Like, I still have it, but it's not as important. And that really goes well with some of my fragments down here. But that, when I run Suppressor when I'm running Feed the Void, but Chaos Accelerant, Scatternades, they're pretty lethal, and in the video following this, that's what I end up running. Fragments, we got Echo of Domineering. Probably should have changed this up when I was running this build, but it still does well. Defeating suppressed targets against a Void Breach, so if you have teammates that are suppressing people, it slaps pretty hard. Plus it did also give me the 10 grenade boost. Get up to 76, makes things a lot easier. Obviously, we're going to run Echo of Vigilance, so you can get an overshield when your shields are gone. Echo of Dilation, Crouch gives you better radar, also gives a 10 plus super stat. And then Echo of Leeching, Melee Final Blow, start health regeneration for you and nearby allies, and that's a 10 boost to health. So Very easy, very straightforward fragments there. Let's talk the build. Obviously, I use Shappy Moss Anthenor with Slideways of Dodge. If you don't have this gun, you need to get it. It's really good. Cataphract GL. Just, it's a heavy. And then obviously, this is where the build comes into. It's Boots the Assembler. So why we're running Boots the Assembler. Standing in Rift creates Noble Seekers that seek out allies and heal them. Staying in an Empowering Rift creates Noble Seekers that grant both you and your ally damage bonus. When a Noble Seeker hits an ally, you gain class ability energy. Increases the airborne effectiveness stat of the hand cannon Lumina. So the big thing is that last one. Not last one. Last one. Second to last one. When a Noble Seeker finds an ally, you gain class ability energy. It gives so much energy, guys. It gives you to the point, like, I do not unfortunately have Trials gameplay in this video to show you, but there were rounds where I was getting 3 rifts if I didn't get the dead rift bug, where it just didn't spawn, which if that does happen, kind of throws a wrench in this, and then obviously that's where your class ability just comes back. If you are over 70, it's going to be back quicker anyway. But these, when it hits an ally, it gives you so much rift energy back. So very, very nice to have. You can, I think it's kind of playing a little passive, but you can basically just sit in a rift on zone almost all the time and just hold people out. So very nice. I'm not going to go too much into my armor just because, you know, should run basic things. If you're not running Dynamo right now, you're throwing. Yeah, all that looks good. Ammo generation is huge. Let's talk about stats. So obviously health stat is the #1 stat in the game right now in PvP, besides probably super and then class, in my opinion. You only really need to get over 150 to get the benefits of like previous stat distribution 100 recovery, but the higher you get up, the quicker it comes back. So I went 198. Melee 52. It still gets 101% melee generation, and we got now a double pocket singularity, so it makes things a lot easier. I almost always have my melee up. It's very rare that I don't have it even at 52. 76, you get endless grenades. I mean, straight up, especially with when you're running the chaos accelerant with scatter nades, you get your grenade back so fast. 100 super, so we actually get our super, and then 88 class ability, so then we can just have that class up almost instantaneously, while we also run Boots the Assembler, so it pairs very well there. Weapon stat, it's a dump, so doesn't really matter. One thing I want to add, guys, I've seen a lot of people on social media talking about Boost the Assembler build and how it's already tough. I just want to point out that at 11:26 a.m. on Tuesday before reset, it is still not even in the top weapon or top exotic items used. So it's probably going to get a lot of use after, not saying me, but I know a lot of people have been talking about it, but it still didn't crack the top. So I have a feeling this will be a fun thing that people will be able to use for a long time, so we shall see. Alright, last before we get into the video, I want to plug myself a little bit. I made my own Discord server now. It's Cam PvP Addicts Anonymous. You're more than welcome to join. I'll have my link in the description below. I have also been streaming on Twitch a lot more now. I will continue to put videos on my YouTube, and you're free to watch on YouTube because I stream to both. But I'm an affiliate, and I'm trying to grow my channel even more. So if you want to see a dad that just likes to have some fun, play some trials, get a little sweaty sometimes, please follow me over here on Twitch. And you can even join my Discord. I've started to do some carries, so if you ever want to play together, you're more than welcome to come stop by and join. Really hope to see you in the Crucible. Now let's watch some gameplay.
The zones are yours if you fight for them, God. Captured Zone A. Enemy claims Zone C.
Don't know where that shotgun is. Okay, cool.
Enemy claim. Your enemy can't kill if they're dead.
already. Huge.
Have zone advantage. Enemy has zone advantage.
Dude, Warlock, move. This fucking Warlock stopped booping my head, dude.
That shut them down. Your enemy can't kill if they're dead. Zone A captured. You have advantage.
What's this guy doing?
Zone A lost. Enemy has advantage. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Got big mad.
Zone B lost. They have advantage. Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours. You captured Zone A. You have advantage. Zone C. Enemy has zone advantage. I love it.
Don't know how you're not dead.
Zone B captured. You have zone advantage.
Wow.
Enemy has zone advantage. Zone A captured. You have advantage. Zone A lost. Enemy has zone advantage. Don't let your enemy take this without a fight. 30 seconds. Double down. Zone B captured. You have advantage. 10 seconds. This is amazing. This loss and fight again. You've got to hold those zones. Maybe next time, Guardian.
Well, we lost, but I think I did my part. Yeah. Alright guys, you made this far in the video. I really appreciate you watching the video. Show it some love please and give it a like. Pass it around, share it around. That way we can combat those pesky invis hunters, because I'm telling you, this build really makes them mad. If you want to see more of my content, press that subscribe button on the YouTube page, and then if you want to get notified anytime I go live, make a short, or make another video, press that bell next to subscribe to get notifications. As I said earlier, I will have a link in the description for my Discord server, and I will also have a link to my Twitch channel. Please stop by, show some love. If you want to play, we can play together. I'm down to play with anyone. We'll try my best to carry you if that's what you want to do. So hopefully I'll see you out there, and GG's guys, thanks for stopping by.